Should we move on to Hull? Because that's going to be a very, very interesting game. Hull are very good, I'm afraid.
They're not bad. They're not bad.
They're very good, aren't they? Yes. Yeah, that's going to be another tough game for Bristol City. Yeah, they've just beaten Cardiff 3-0. They beat Cardiff 3-0 yesterday at home. Before that, very impressive win away to Middlesbrough. I know we beat Middlesbrough at home, but away to Middlesbrough is another totally different question. 2 late goals from Liam Delap and Ozan Tufan, ensuring 3 points there. Before that, though, it was a away defeat to QPR, which is, you can look at that how you will, and a home defeat to Watford. But before that, just a generally a very good run, beating the teams that are kind of below them and just struggling a little bit against teams that are above them to a certain extent. But yeah, you can't argue with their league position, 6th under Liam Rosenior, who weirdly enough signed a new contract today, 3.5-year deal to take him up to 2026. Some of their star players: Liam Delap, Aaron Connolly, Adama Traore, Ozan Tufan, Tyler Morton, who's on loan from Liverpool. He looks like a proper player. Jean-Michel Seri, I'm not sure if he's going to be fit. Maybe not. Oh, he is going to be fit. Okay, never mind. Jaden Philogene-Badace will definitely not be fit. So that's a massive kind of good news for us, but because he's been absolutely brilliant for them. Scott Twine, have you seen that free kick he scored yesterday? It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I need to have a look at that.
It's ridiculous. Jacob Greaves, obviously. So yeah, basically they've got some very good players. What are your thoughts going into this one on the back of a good display and a win against Sunderland? Has your opinion changed on this upcoming game?
I mean, it's crazy to think that we've now kind of we nearly completed the cycle because we haven't played Watford yet, but we're playing Hull again, and who we faced already in August, so we're already basically halfway through the season, which is strange to think now. But yeah, it's going to be very, very tough against. Yeah, they're obviously in 6th place right now. They have had some mixed results, some blips in form, but overall they've been quality, and like you said, their players are just don't even have to say anything on that. But we, after on the back of our win, even though our performance wasn't great, I feel like at home on a Friday night we could pull another result, and it's really important because they're in 6th right now. Well, I wouldn't say, maybe we're playoff challengers, I don't know. Right now, well, before the Sunday game, definitely not. But yeah, it's going to be tough. I don't know if I can put a prediction on it just yet, but they are 7 points ahead of us. And I think their quality seven points on 36.
Wow, we're 7 points. I thought we were 5 points off the playoffs, to be honest. 7 points is, that's a big gap. So, well, if we're in a playoff race, this is a must win then.
Yeah, you would say swing a lot in our favor if we do win. But yeah, with that injury, with Jaden, I'll just say his first name. Yeah, hopefully, I think we can pull something out though at home. Back-to-back home games would be useful, but we haven't won a back-to-back game in a long time, so I don't know if we're gonna go out and win it. But do you think maybe Naki could appear? Maybe as a sub, he could come on as well in the second half.
Well, I think he could come on as a sub, but he definitely won't start.
Yeah,
I had a Conway. He might come on as a sub. Maybe I had a Cornick on the bench. Potentially, we need to start giving him minutes anyway. So yeah, we could see him. But I think people are forgetting that as much as Naki is going to be a positive difference to this group, he wasn't actually that good for us. It hasn't actually been that great for us. So this kind of attitude of this is going to be brilliant, life changing. It's kind of like when when you haven't got something, and you think that's going to be life changing, or like that's going to be the difference, and it's going to just be ridiculous when it actually hasn't worked out beforehand. Yeah, it's like trying, I don't know, dairy milk for the first time, and you didn't like it. You haven't had it for a while, but then you tried different chocolates, and you don't like that either. So you go back to dairy milk thinking, "Oh, it's going to be brilliant. This is going to be life changing, and I like it." And then you realise you don't actually like it. That analogy makes sense.
You are waffling. No, I'm joking.
Excuse me. Right, that's a great.
I kind of get what you
analogy.
mean.
You see what? Yeah, he hasn't produced. Basically, he needs to start producing on a consistent basis.
I know what you mean. But then compared to I'd have him over Cornick as a sub, and he is sharp sometimes, and he does have a good finish. But yeah, he's not quite there, and he's getting towards the end of his career.
He's not getting any younger, is he? No.
No.
Yeah. So I'd suggest we get him off on the bench and perhaps a few minutes, depending on the game. If we're 1-0 up, like we were against Sunderland, and maybe under the cosh, probably not. But if we're looking for a goal, maybe it's 1-1 or something like that. Yeah, potentially I could see Naki coming on ahead of Harry Cornick. Yeah, I think it's going to be two sides who are good on the ball. Hull are definitely, further on in the progression under Rosenior on the ball, and are better in possession at the moment than us. There's no shame in denying that. They just have had more time. So I think this is going to be a tough game. I think we might get a bit of a lesson on how to actually play with the ball, being honest, and how to be patient and really, really just show that you can be a very good side. You can be a very good side in the Championship on the ball, and Hull have shown that this season. So with the right players, obviously, and the right tools and the right manager, we might get a bit of a lesson. Should we get score predictions then?
Yeah, it's going to be, I think, an end-to-end game. To be honest, just because the fact we're going to try and keep the ball in, like we said, well, I've got the stats here. Well, Hull are the fifth highest average possession with 57% overall, which is pretty impressive to have over 50% like average. Well, Leicester and Southampton have around 65, which is pretty crazy. But yeah, how much do we have? We got 47.7, which is it's okay. It's pretty in the mid region, but yeah, I feel like it's going to be pretty end to end. I feel like a lot of chances will be created, but I think we can pick up another result. I don't see this being the game where we pick up our back-to-back win. I mean, you never know. We thought we'd do it in Sheffield Wednesday QPR, but which was the perfect opportunity, but we couldn't then. But I'd say we pick up a point at home. We drew against them 1-1 before. We could have back in August. It looked like we deserved a win there. We created a lot of chances. I think, did Naki score in that game? I think he did. So maybe off the bench he scores again. But yeah, we have been good. We're still solid defensively. Like we haven't conceded a lot of goals, and we're still fourth in least conceded per match with only 1.1. So it's still positive. So I don't see us conceding a lot. So you know what? I'll go for a win. Why not? I've changed my mind. 2-1. And who's going to be on the score sheet? Taylor Gardner-Hickman, and then Naki Wells off the bench for a nice two back-to-back home wins.
Yeah, this one's on the Friday night, so it's going to be under the lights as well.
Yeah. Are we good under the lights? I don't know.
We beat at home. We beat Plymouth under the lights. We lost Ipswich under the lights, didn't we, in midweek? Away from home, we beat Rotherham in midweek. I think maybe. That was under the lights, wasn't it? So yeah, I don't think we have a bad
Southampton away.
Oh, Southampton away.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And Blackburn.
We don't talk about it.
Well, we didn't, and because we missed the review for that, but I don't think we really wanted it.
No, we didn't miss anything. Anyway, to be honest.
So we're happy we're talking about a good win.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, so I expect this to be quite an open game. Two sides good on, well, hopefully good on the ball, but quality. Hull have got a, I'd say, yeah, as I said, probably further in their development on under Rosenior in terms of pattern of play than us at the moment. We could make it tough for them, which I think is probably the best way to go about this. I think we could get a draw. I think we could sneak something. I got 2-2. I went 2-2 against Blackburn. Maybe I went 2-2. I'll go 2-2 again. I'll take a point. I think 4 points from Sunderland Hull, even though they're at home, even though the home games is a very very good result. Yeah, I'll take a point on this one. I think I'd be happy with that, and go from there.